For 5 years, I was addicted to gambling on my phone. It cost me my job, my relationship, my home, and nearly my life. Nothing I tried worked, so I built my own recovery system using iPhone shortcuts, spreadsheets, and healthier replacement behaviors. Here's how I built it. I needed to interrupt the gap between the impulse to gamble and making a deposit, so I replaced my gambling apps with a button on my home screen. The first question is simple. Are you feeling an urge? Recovery starts with awareness. If I can't admit that I'm having an urge, I can't interrupt it. If I answer yes, it asks what I'm actually feeling. Anxious, stressed, overwhelmed, sad, lonely. Then it asks what happened right before the urge, because gambling was never really the problem. The urge usually started long before I ever wanted to place a bet. Next, it shows me one random recovery message. I wrote every one of these myself. They're reminders from the version of me that wasn't craving a bet, talking to the version of me that was. Everything gets logged into a spreadsheet. My emotions, my trigger, the date and time. Over time, I created my own trigger log so I could start to recognize patterns instead of guessing. Then it automatically starts a 10-minute timer. I learned that urges usually pass if I don't react immediately. Even if I'm not feeling an urge, I still wanted reminders, so I created another library of messages that reinforce the same idea. You're not missing an opportunity, you're escaping a cycle. Then it launches my second shortcut called Urge Actions. The first shortcut helps me understand the urge. The second one helps me respond to it. Instead of asking, how do I not gamble? It asks, what can you do instead? Recovery isn't just removing a bad habit. You have to replace it with something healthier. Some of these options are practical. It can open my journal and save everything I write into another spreadsheet. It can play music. It can guide me through grounding exercises. If I need support, it opens my contacts so I can call or text someone, or it shows random pictures of me and my kids. Sometimes I didn't need another recovery quote. I just needed something to remind me why I was fighting. I even built in healthy distractions. Games, music, anything that redirected my attention without destroying my finances or my life. The goal wasn't to avoid dopamine. It was to find it somewhere healthier. After giving myself time, it checks in again. How do you feel now? If I'm struggling, it sends me back through the recovery process. Recovery isn't one decision. Sometimes you have to choose it again. If the urge has passed, it reminds me of something important. Every urge I resisted was proof that I was changing. Not because someone else told me, because I experienced it. Then it simply returns me to my home screen. Nothing flashy, just another urge handled. That's what recovery usually looks like. Small decisions repeated over and over. This shortcut didn't cure my gambling addiction. I still had to make the decision every day, but it made making the right decision a whole lot easier. Sometimes recovery isn't about becoming stronger than addiction. Sometimes it's about building a system that's stronger than your next urge. If you know someone who is struggling with a gambling addiction, understand that it's real. It's often silent and it steals more than money. It steals your time, your relationships, your confidence, and before you realize it, the consequences begin to compound. One of the biggest things that's helped me was finally being honest, first with myself and then with the people around me. Recovery became a lot less lonely once I stopped trying to hide it. If someone you care about is struggling, don't judge them. Talk to them, listen to them. Let them know they aren't alone. Sometimes knowing there's one person who understands can make all the difference in the world. If this video helps even one person feel less lonely or encourages someone to ask for help, then sharing my story was worth it.